In preparation for my live shows, I do a lot of press, meaning I'm always doing interviews and going to radio shows.
Hello.
Hi.
Tyler. Oh, how are you?
What's up, buddy? Get over here. Good to see you again.
Well,
yes, hanging in there. My wife's a big fan. Big fan. She's very excited. Let's interview him. Your old Mario Courtney Lopez returning to the show. Our buddy, Hollywood medium, Tyler Henry. Welcome back, man.
thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
I'm not normally here right now. I'm here in the mornings, but I came in just for you.
Thank you for having me.
Is there a way that everyday people can communicate with the other side?
I believe everybody does have the means to be able to feel something more than what our five senses tell us. And I think a big way of doing that is really minimizing distractions. So I really attribute my ability to do readings by not getting in my head. And so I kind of have to put myself to the side.
What would that process be?
It's kind of like a waking meditation. I find when I do readings, I do enter definitely an altered state of consciousness. There's definitely a change that happens when I start scribbling. And that's kind of my way of meditating, but it's not like closing my eyes and going home.
Can you ever turn it off? Is that possible?
It's tricky. I have to work in order to relax. As I do this, I kind of get overwhelmed with information. So it starts collecting if I don't do readings.
Kind of like working out.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if I take a break and I take 2 weeks off, about 7 days into that, I'm gonna start feeling weird. And I would have to give a reading to somebody in order to kind of feel back to normal, so.
Well, always a pleasure to have you, my friend. Thanks again for stopping by.
Thank you, Mario.
Oh, I'm not
Right
done
on.
with you.
I love it. No,
Well, no, now that we're off the air, so Tyler, no pressure.
Yeah.
But you know how my wife feels about you,
Totally.
and she's got some people.
Yeah.
Do you have any people that you want to
I have-
connect
Well,
with?
don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh, so
worry
don't.
about
Okay,
it.
I'm just.
Yeah.
You know, I should just do better
He's
when
a
I shut up.
skeptic.
Oh yeah, no worries. I
Well,
love
I
it.
just feel guilty as a Catholic. That's the thing. That's it. Is more of
a Catholic guilt.
A Catholic guilt. Should I leave? Is it
No,
better if I leave?
I think it might be better if you stay, if you don't mind.
No, okay, I'll just do
I
whatever.
think you need to
Witness it.
stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you have a minute. Thank you for taking it, because as we were talking, I had some stuff come through, so.
You did?
Yeah, I'm excited to see, scribble it out and figure out.
We have a lot of time.
Fabulous. Immediately, they're having me talk about your mom's side of family. I really feel like a huge part of why I was meant to be here was to talk about your mother's mother. And she's having me acknowledge this feeling of being prayed to, or knowing that she's been asked to come through or communicate. She's basically acknowledging being there, knowing that she's been asked to try to come through in some capacity. I don't know what this is, but she's basically like, I'm here, I'm here. Did we ask for someone to come through? Have we prayed to her? Does this make
I'm
sense?
supposed to tell you.
Just does it make sense to you?
It doesn't look like it makes sense.
Fabulous, okay, that's all we need to know. And then do you know of a Frank on that side of family? Potentially. Okay, cool. They're having me highlight this individual, and I keep hearing don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. So I have to acknowledge this individual in this way.
His name was Frank Zappa, not the Frank Zappa, although we always joke about it.
So interesting. She's having me talk about the last 2 years of her life for some reason. She's putting a very strong emphasis on those 2 years. And she's having me acknowledge your mother. She's appreciative of what mom would have done, and she's showing me this hair, and she's showing me washing hair, and it keeps coming through, and I don't know what this is, but it keeps coming in, and she's for some reason relating the two events. And she's having me talk about a big move, big transition, big change. I don't know what this is, but she's putting appreciation around it because it's not something she would have been able to do on her own. So she was thankful that someone kind of was like, no, look, this is what's best for you. We know this is what's best for you, so we're gonna help you do this. And she honestly, I don't think would have done it on her own unless she had help in some capacity. And that honestly is the big, big, big message.
So we're coming up on the 3-year passing of my grandma. And I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And my grandma was just getting older. And so we moved her here to LA. And about a week later, she started to get sick. I guess she had been dealing with stuff, but she didn't tell us. And so the last, just about 2 years of her life was in and out of the hospital. And my mom would fix her hair all the time. And my grandma's husband is Frank.
I want you to know in the way this comes through, there's so much appreciation for what was done, because even though there wasn't a lot of time that she had here, the feeling is I'm thankful because that made a difference, and I felt like it was where she wanted to be. So.
She didn't act like she wanted to be here. She cursed us out many days, but
Wow.
I think it's because she didn't feel good.
Yeah, it goes with not feeling well, no doubt. But please know that in hindsight, that was very important, and as hard as that was, there is a feeling of appreciation there and a sense of peace. They're having me joke about kids. They're having me go 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, back and forth. I keep saying this, and then stop, halt. How many kids do you have currently?
2.
2, okay. Just kind of give it a breather.
Stop at 2.
We're good with the amount that we have.
You listening?
They're having me just talk about overall health and well-being, and when it comes to your physical health, to be kind of aware or conscientious. How many kids do you see yourself having in your life?
I mean, 3 at the most,
Yes,
and we
yes,
have
yes.
2,
Nice.
and he really wants 3.
I wouldn't say it's out of the question. It's nothing bad. It's just something that might present a little bit of a hurdle, but nothing serious. If I saw like a temperature and it was red, that would mean like a bad thing.
We're always talking about having another child.
Did you get more, and be frank,
Yes.
did you get more of a vibe like, don't try because it could be dangerous?
It didn't feel like there was any concern for danger. I would just kind of more put an emphasis on making sure like getting pregnant is something that we can do, and like making sure that sticks.
So in other words, if it does, it's gonna be a struggle, but if it happens, then you might be good.
I wouldn't be concerned after the child
Right.
is conceived for the mother or for the child.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more the beforehand,
Okay.
like,
No, that's already been an issue, so yeah, okay, good.
yeah, so.
All right.
Are you still a skeptic?
Well,
Unless
hey,
he's
you
creeping
came out,
at our
you came
house
out.
and eavesdropping on our conversation.
Did you hack our phones?
No, but
I've seen the show a million times, and until you're sitting there and you are the actual person, you just don't understand how real the afterlife is.
I'm Howie Mandel, or as I refer to myself as television's Howie Mandel. Where are you going? Everybody just cleaning up. You know who's coming. He doesn't know where he's going. I'm very excited. I'm very excited, and everybody just hid. He may not know me, but if he does, he might know me from Deal or No Deal. I'm on America's Got Talent. I'm on his show on E! It's just a premonition I'm having.
How's it going?
How are you? Hi.
Howie.
You know me.
I sure do. And I know
Come
the
on, it's
fist bump.
Tyler.
Yes, it's great to meet you.
It's great to meet you.
Oh.
I was kicking myself every moment up until today. I was trying to find ways to get out of it, to find ways to cancel it, because it's scary. This is a mental roller coaster I'm about to ride. This is a very scary thing. The case.
Yes, the cases.
Cases.
Oh, I used to love that show.
You did?
I did.
It's coming back.
Oh, it is.
It is. You didn't know?
I didn't see that coming.
Wow. Come on back here. You're gonna be sitting here.
Fabulous.
I'm gonna be sitting here. I totally believe in the afterlife, but I'm skeptical of people like Tyler. You know, I don't go to psychics. I don't even open up fortune cookies. I don't know why I said yes to this, except that I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm really nervous.
No worries.
Right now I'm open, but I'm only open till 5.
All right, well, we'll get started. I'll basically start scribbling. It might
Okay.
take me about 30 seconds to start seeing, feeling, whatever.
I'm strapped in and ready for this ride.
Fabulous. Sometimes clients will bring objects and other times they won't. So
Right.
do you have any objects today?
Okay.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, typically I'll hold on to them throughout the duration of the reading.
All right.
Is it close by?
Yeah, it
or-
could be.
Yeah, if we want to have someone grab it, or if you want to grab it, you can.
Yeah, well, let's start without it, and then
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
See what happens.
Sure. Dad. They keep putting an emphasis on dad's side of family, like multiple sisters, and not just 2, but like 3. I mean, highlight that. I feel like I have to bring up that. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna specifically kind of tune in on dad's side. There's that. Dad's side of family. For some reason, that individual is having me talk about my ability to breathe. And I have to figure out what this is.
Can I give you some answers?
If something is ringing true, you can certainly validate it. Definitely.
Okay, I will validate.
Sure.
This is amazing because my father passed in 1989, so it's like 28 years ago, 29 years ago. of lung cancer. It's probably the most life-changing, besides becoming a father, losing a father are the two most pivotal happenings in my life that kind of make me who I am. My father was one of 4 children, 3 sisters. So 3 sisters, 2 are still alive, 1 is passed and is on the other side, but he is the one boy in a home of sisters.
Is there any Jewish family on your dad's side of family?
Is there any non-Jewish family?
I gotcha. on dad's side, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's
Jewish.
So
Super
Jewy.
Jewish.
It's Jews.
Like I've talked about the Judaism connection, someone making a decision to like let go of more the religious side of things. The way this comes through is there's some aspect that's coming in on that side of like, it's all good, it's okay, we don't want there to be any guilt around this. If people have left the faith, if they're not practicing, there's something with this where it's like, it's okay that we let this go in some capacity. Can you relate to that in any way on that side of family?
You are so right on.
Awesome.
Perfect. Okay.
It's like, let this go, let this go, let this go.
I'll tell you something. My connection to my father was beyond father-son love, was the time we got to spend one-on-one time was in Judaism. In the high holidays, we would walk to temple, and we would, even when I was a little guy, we'd guess how many steps it was to temple. So when he passed away, every time I go to temple, that's my connection still to my father.
Right.
And this particular year, the finales of America's Got Talent ended up on the highest Jewish holiday. This is the first year I'm not able to celebrate, and I have tremendous guilt. And I can't thank you enough for kind of relinquishing that guilt, or I'll thank my dad. Tell Dad, thanks.
He hears you. No doubt.
Okay, and I didn't tell you this, but I'm wearing my dad's glasses that he passed in.
Wow.
So when you walked in and you said, Father, 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 these are not my glasses.
Wow.
These are my father's glasses. I haven't even wiped them or like everything on here is from him 30 years ago. Wow. And I have not taken it out of a case until today. Wow. And I put them on and I'm looking through them and I can't see anything.
Right. Well, hello.
Hi.
Wow. That's really cool.
And these are the glasses he wore for the last few years of his life, and these are the glasses he wore into the hospital when he passed away.
Well, they're timeless. They look fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Dad had good taste. Oh, man. And then in relation to Dad, they keep bringing up symbology. Figure this out. It's definitely something that happened in the past. I'm just kind of confused.
Well, now I'm getting nervous again.
So give me one sec. They're kind of having me talk about a rush, and I don't know what this is. It feels like there's a rush that keeps coming through. It's in a religious context, but I have to see what it is. He would be bringing up a service or a memorial or something in the way this is coming through. But they're joking around about this because it's something kind of like it's a series of unfortunate events that happened at this funeral or at this service. And so like they're joking, like, I don't know if like putting
I know what it is.
funniness around this and poking fun. It felt like there was a rush in the way this came through, but after, and they keep bringing this up and they're having me talk about the timing.
Oh my God, I know exactly what that was.
But it didn't go the way it was planned.
You want me to tell you what it was?
Sure.
The worst day of my life to date, beyond the passing of my father, was the burial of my father. And in the Jewish religion, you go back to the house and you have a service,
right?
And you sit Shiva. And you know who I am, I'm a germaphobe. And there was a series of events. My parent, I'll tell you a couple of them. The first one was some guy came and sat and he goes, like people just come in, right? It's a flurry of people that come in. The first guy comes in and he goes, are you the son? And I said, yes. And he goes, I just want to tell you I was a friend of your father and he was a wonderful man. I said, thank you. And he said, without him, he inspired me to go on and do whatever I did. And I said, well, thank you very much. I remember this vividly. And he said, whenever he sang, it just uplifted the whole room. And I go, when he sang? My father never sang. He goes, yeah, I saw him sing in Acapulco. I said, my father's never been to Acapulco, and he never sang in Acapulco. And then he said to me, is this the Goldstein funeral? No, he was at the wrong funeral. So he left, and that was kind of funny, but it was in the midst of the saddest day. And then the next thing that happened in the same day, another guy comes who is a friend of my father, somebody that I did know. And he was like tearing, and I was tearing, and he goes, "This is such a terrible thing, but I just wanted to say." And right in the middle of a sentence, he rushes. He goes, "I gotta go." And he runs out. And as he runs out, I think that he drops a candy or something. And I said, "Oh, you dropped it." And he just kept running.
Right.
And so I picked up the candy to try to get him, but he had gone.
Right.
And, but it wasn't a candy.
Oh, no.
And he had a stomach disorder.
Gotcha.
And I picked up, and I thought it was a candy, and I went, "Oh my God," and I screamed.
No.
Like a little, yes, there was, it was poop.
Right.
And my mom screamed, and we're screaming, and she takes me into the bathroom, and she scalds my hand. You know, I won't shake hands, and now I have poop of a mourner on my hand, and she's pouring like alcohol, and I'm screaming, I'm going, "Help me, help me!" And the people in the living room are just going, "Oh, this family is just in such pain for this loss." They have no idea that we're both just screaming because there's poop on my hand. But that the worst day of my life, it was laugh after ridiculous laugh. And these are not stories that I have shared publicly.
Right.
Now I have.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, please know, I mean, I think the essence behind that was that he was okay with things being funny. And as hard as that
He
was,
really is.
he
And
really...
he always used to say, "Shit happens."
Exactly.
And it did.
Are there any questions that you might have, or on behalf of any other family related to Dad's passing that are unresolved or anything we haven't touched on?
I don't. And I feel really comfortable with the fact that we are all still present.
Yep.
It's much more than this. I love him, and he made me feel great my whole life, and I am who I am because of him, and thank you.
I'm glad that message came through.
My dad was the epitome of who I aspire to be. I always remember laughter. When I think of him now, you know, he was just a kid. He passed away at 63. His father passed away at 63, and he was 33. My father passed away at 63, and I was 33. And next year, I am 63, and my daughter is 33. So, goodbye. That makes me feel so good, because you do what you do, and you don't know till hindsight whether you're doing the right thing. You have fascinated me. You have, and you have gone beyond how good I believed you were in watching the show. You're amazing.
Oh, you're very sweet.
I am very sweet.
I love it.
How did you know that?
It's a gift, what can I say?
And on that note, I've got one more question.
Yeah.
Do you want to play ping pong?
I would love to play ping pong.
Let's play ping pong.
Let's play ping pong.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
All right. Let's play some ping pong.
Right.
It's like a party at Howie's house.
I love it.
Have you played ping pong?
Once before.
Just once
Just
in
once.
your life?
Once in my life.
How old are you?
22. Just not a lot of
you got a
ping
whole,
pong.
you're just a baby. All right. Just good.
Yeah, it's like, whoop, yeah.
You don't have to make the boop sound.
Okay, okay.
You don't have to, the ball makes it, and,
It makes
and
it
hit
for
it
you.
right over so it could bounce one time on your side,
Gotcha.
and then you hit it. So ask me if you're playing good.
see.
Say, am I playing well?
Am I playing well?
Medium. See what I did?
Oh, I need a moment. Oh, that was good.